हॅलो, हां सलोनी दिसत आहे? आर यू
Yes,
एबल
sir.
टू सी? ओके. Yes.
Good
Okay, start.
afternoon, respected sir, and everyone present over here. My name is Saloni Singh. Today I'm gonna present a presentation on topic drug molecules. I have chosen two drugs molecules, which are one is salicylic acid and the other one is paroxetine. So first, salicylic acid. Does anybody have any idea about this acid? Has anybody heard about this acid, salicylic acid? Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So, guys, does anybody know about this acid?
Yeah, this acid is used for face.
Okay. Yeah. Anyone else? Okay. So, I will give you brief information about this acid. So, this acid, it is an organic compound which is, see, this is the structure of salicylic acid. I will explain you later on one page what is the structure, and I will explain you. This is a hydroxyic benzoic acid. Its IUPAC name is hydroxy benzoic acid. So I will explain you this structure later. So we will move forward about this information. So this is an acid which is used in many things like in the skin or in the pharmaceutical field. It is used at a very large level, and it is used in it is also a plant hormone which is like had been come from the velox tree. It is the very main component in the like anti acne products. And okay, and its properties are it is a odorless, colorless compound. And okay, its chemical formula is C7H60O3, and its molecular mass is 138.122 gram per mole. Did everybody get what is this? What
Yes,
is this
yes.
acid?
Yes.
Yeah. So it has many medical uses. As we know, these compounds are used in many fields. So it has a very good use in medicinal uses. It is used at a very large level in medicines. Okay, so I will tell you, this acid is used in large level for our skin, like for acne. Like we know, we have many issues related to skin. Every girl can relate it because everybody gets pimple, acne, something related to skin. We have many issues. So this is the acid which helps us to peel off all that dirt, everything that is present on our skin. And it has very good effects, diverse effects on our skin. And it is also used in the stomach relief. As if we like mix this compound with other compound, it will make like it will help you to deal with many things related to your stomach. And it will help you. It is very mildly an antibiotic, so you can use it, but it should have like a proper dosage. So if you use it with a proper doses, so then you will get a good effect of it. Or if you don't use it properly, like as it is saying that this type of doses you have to use, you won't get anything from it. It will just affect your body. It will have many side effects of it. So next slide. No. So I have just given a broad idea about these doses by making a table. So see, this salicylic acid seven forms like gel, lotion, pads, soaps, ointment, and solution. So see, here I have given the idea about that how much percentage of this you have to use and how often you should use this. If you use like more than this, how it is shown in the table, it will give you many side effects, which will just worsen the thing which you were doing it for good. It will make just worst. So these are the doses. For gel, it is 0.5 to 5%, and you should use it just once per day. And lotion, it's 1 to 2%. You should use it for 1 to 3 times a day. And ointment, you should use it like in percentage, you should take 3 to 6% of it, and use it like if it is needed, just use it or just don't use it. And pads, these are like you should use like 0.5 to 5%, and 1 to 3 days, 3 times a day. You can use it 1 to 3 times a day. And soap is, you should use it 0.5 to 5%, and it is as per you need it. No need to use, if it is needed, just then only use it. And solution, you should use that solution 0.5% to 2%, and 1 to 3 times a day. In day, you should use it 1 to 3 times a day as per your needs. See, now this is the, I have given your idea about what are its adverse effect, means what are its side effect, which will like worst thing you will get from this is like common side effects in this acids is like it will irritate your skin, you will have dizziness, like laziness, you will feel like your head is just moving in a circular motion, tiredness or weakness, and headache, you will like get headache if you don't use it with proper like guidance. Whatever doses is given, if you use it more or less, it will give you this kind of effect. Or some have some allergy and all, so it will cause like fast breathing. And there are many like serious issues, like serious side effects of it. You will see ringing in the ears, you will feel like you will hear some voice which is not like, you will feel that some voice is coming but there is no voice. And you will have itching, you will have swelling in your eyes, your tongue, like it will irritate your skin if you don't use it properly. Or if you have any, if your skin is sensitive, you will, this kind of side effects you will have from this acid. So did you get the point, what are it? So now we come to a like global acid market. What is like in market, how much it is? So I have given like a pie diagram. So in this, I have shown like market where it has how much uses. And see, you can see here in pharmaceuticals industry, it is having a like a high level of like high percent of marketing of this acid, salicylic acid. Like in pharmaceutical, it has like a very great uses. And see, you can see in personal care, like in skin care or your hair care, it is used. And I will tell you one thing, in hair also it has a very good use of, you can use this acid in your hair. If anybody is going through like dandruff, anything, then it will just make it like finish it. It is very good for it. And in food and preservatives, it is also used in food, so it is having like not that much. And in others, like other industries and factories, it also is used. But in pharmaceutical, it is like high percentage, and it will increase day by day more. So now the next drug is paroxetine. So paroxetine, does anybody have any idea about what is this acid, like what is this drug, for what it is used? Does anybody
Go
have any
ahead.
idea?
Saloni, go ahead.
Okay, yes, sir. Paroxetine, yeah, sir. It is a antidepressant. It is used in this drug is used in like for uh, people going through OCD, or we say mental disorder, anything related to like depression, panic attacks. This drug is used in that. So you can see here, anybody going through anxiety disorders, it is like, and it is a type of selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, also called as Paxil. Paxil, it is a brand of USA, which they sell this drugs in this brand name Paxil. Its formula is C19H20FNO3, and its molar mass is 329.37 gram per mole. So this is the like a brief idea about paroxetine, and this is the structure of paroxetine drug molecule. Okay. Next. So, as this paroxetine has many uses, it is used to treat people going through depression, panic attack, OCD, anxiety disorder, like people going through like depression, stress. It helps out in the people going through some mental issues, which like depression or anything, which are, this is the common thing now. the depression and all, you must be going through it. You must be hearing this person is having depression, that person. So this paroxetine has a very great use in this issues, these disorders. And it is known as a selective serotonin. Okay, so this drugs has many side effects. As we know, everything has a one good side and one bad side. So these are the side effects of this, common side effects of this paroxetine. Like you feel like you're feeling sick, headache, you're unable, insomnia, diarrhea, feeling tired of it, like you are not able to do anything. You don't sleep properly
Similar
if you
sugar.
don't take it properly.
Uh,
Yeah, so you should take it under prescription. This is the drug which is given under prescription. Don't use it without any prescription because it will be very harmful. See, if you don't take a proper like how the doses are, you will have very serious side effects of it, like chest pain and shortness in breath, like, and you will have like not proper menstruation. You will get like there is no proper like bleeding or something, it is related to that. And you have like a headache, constant headache, like you have weakness, you can't do, you have muscle cramps. And what happens, how does it happens? Due to like presence of low sodium level in your blood. And sometimes it also gives you suicidal thoughts, like you will feel like finishing your life, vomiting and something. So this is the it was my presentation on the topic drug molecules. I hope you all understand it.
anyone have any question? One question
Anybody
only.
has any queries, so you can just ask me.
Okay. Now
Visible?
start. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Make a full screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Visible?
Yes.
Should I start?
Yes. Please.
Okay. So I welcome you all for this seminar. And first of all, my name is Nishita Shivaji Khade, and I would like to thank Dr. Sunil Gaikwad sir for giving us this wonderful opportunity. I will be presenting a PowerPoint presentation on two drug molecules that are temozolomide and danperil. Yes, so moving towards my first drug, that is temozolomide or Temodar. So the Temodar is the name of brand and temozolomide is the name of drug. Now, what is Temodar and how is it used? Temozolomide is a prescriptive medicine used to treat adults with certain brain cancer tumor. So this is particularly used for brain cancer, and it helps to block the cell growth, and which especially the cells which grow very fast, such as cancer cell. And this tablet or this drug can also decrease the size of tumor. Now let us see once what is exactly brain tumor. Brain tumor is nothing but a mass or growth of abnormal cells in your brain. And talking about the symptoms, there are some common symptoms which are speech difficulties, feeling very tired, vision problems, hear problems, and difficulties with balance. The chemical name for this is 3-methyl-4-oxo 3,4-dihydroximidazole 5,1-tetrazine 8-carboxylic acid. Now the appearance of the drug is, it is white in color, or it can be white, tan white or light pink. The molecular formula for this drug is C6H6N6O2. The weight is 194.15 grams. Melting point, that is the drug melts at 212 degrees Celsius, and it has a stable pH of 5. Now, just because of this pH, this can be administered orally. Yeah, the Temodar is also present in the capsule form. So let's see the contents of the capsule. That is, this capsule contains either 5 gram, 20 mg, 100, 140, 180, 250 mgs of temozolomide. And the contents of the capsule are lactulose sodium. This is present for about 132.8 grams. Sodium starch glycolate, which is 7.5 grams. Tartaric acid, which is 1.5 grams, and stearic acid, which is 3 mg. So here you can see the picture of this tablet, and this is of 100 mg. And yes, this tablet contains contains the things which are mentioned above. Now, moving in the history, let's talk about how this drug was introduced and who discovered it. Moving to that, the story of temozolomide started in 1970s. So this drug was first started working on this drug in late 1970s. The father of this drug is Malcolm Steves, and according to a survey in 2018, brain tumor was ranked the 10th most common tumor among Indians. So in India, this is the 10th most common disease, and around 40,000 to 50,000 people are diagnosed with brain tumor every year. And shockingly, 20% of these 50,000 are children. Now, as this drug is useful in all the stages of brain tumor, but also it has many side effects that are the patient can have hair loss, diarrhea, coordination problem, weakness, or memory loss. Yeah, moving towards the second drug, that is Danpezil or Aricept. Aricept is the name of the company, and no, the product, and Danpezil is the drug used in it. So the medical used for this drug is to cure Alzheimer's disease. Now, how this drug is used? Danpezil or Aricept is used to treat confusion related to Alzheimer's disease. Now, this drug does not cure the disease, but it can cure the memory problem, that it can improve the memory of the patient and the ability to function. Now, let's see what is exactly Alzheimer's. Now, Alzheimer's is a progressive disease beginning with the mild memory loss or possibly leading to loss of ability to carry on a conversation and respond to the environment. So the patient in this uh, disease is unable to do his daily routine things. Like the patient, he forgets the things which he have to perform daily. Now let's talk about the Alzheimer's symptoms. The symptoms are, yeah, memory loss is the most common symptom is this, cognitive deflect and problems with recognition. The person is unable to recognize even himself also, or his family and friends also. Now, this Danpezil contains, each Danpezil tablet contains 5 or 10 mgs of Danpezil hydrochloride. So this is the main content of that drug, and the inactive contents are also there. These are colloidal silicon dioxide, polyvinyl alcohol. So here I have posted a picture of Dancept, and that is of 5 mg. Yeah, the molecular formula for this is C24H29NO3, and the molecular weight is of 329.5 grams. There's the structure given below. Yeah, moving to the last slide. That is, now let's talk about how this was discovered. The research for development of Danpezil was began in 1993 at Israel, and in 1996 it received approval from United States Food and Drug Administration, that is USFDA. Now, as this drug is very useful, as we all know, but also it has some side effects that are, the person can have slow heartbeats, he can face muscle pain, feeling tired, breathing problems, and vomiting. These are the most common symptoms. The most common side effects of this Danpezil. Now, in India, more than 4 million people are estimated to be suffering from Alzheimer's. About 5 to 6% people in the age group of 65 to 70 years suffer in India for this problem. The most common age group is from 65 years to 70 years. Means at the old age, most of the people, they suffer from this disease. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Hello, Purva. I think. Yes. Or the Madhura. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Please start your presentation.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Madhura Ramesh Taugule. Today, I am presenting a presentation on the topic drug molecules. So, first of all, we will know what is drug molecules. It is a typical drug molecule constitutes of combination of chemical rings, chains, and functional group. So, in easy words, we will know what is drug. It is a substance intended for the use in the diagnosis, cure, mitigation, treatment, and the prevention of diseases in human or other animals. Here is an example of drug molecule, that is aspirin. This is the structural formula of the aspirin. Here are the basic information about aspirin, such as molecular formula, that is C9H804. Molecular mass of aspirin is 180.158 gram per mole. Melting point is 135 degrees Celsius. Boiling point is 140 degrees Celsius. Density is 1.4 gram per centimeter cube. Solubility in water is 3 gram per liter. Here is the IUPAC ID of aspirin. So, what is aspirin? It is an ester. It is a combination of alcohol plus acid plus ester. The aspirin is common name for the acid. Acetyl salicylic acid belongs to a group of drugs called salicylic acid. It is white, crystalline, and weakly acidic substance. So, we will know who invented this. Here, the German chemist named Felix Hoffmann, he invented this for the treatment of his father's, who was having the joint pain. So, to cure this, he invented this. It helps to relieve the pain and reduce the fevers. So veterinary uses of this aspirin is here. Aspirin has been used to treat pain and arthritis in veterinary medicine. In dogs and such as horses, it also has been given aspirin for the aspirin should only be used in animals under the direct supervision of veterinary doctor. Raw materials used for producing aspirin tablets are cornstarch and water are added to active ingredient to serve as both a binding agent and filler along with a lubricant.
काय होत नाही.
As aspirin tablets contains different dilutants such as mannitol, lactose, sorbitol, and sucrose. Manufa- Manufacturing process. Here, aspirin tablets are manufactured in different shapes on the basis of height, size, thickness, and hardness. The tablets can be flat, round, concave, or convex to various degrees. The tablets may also have a line scored down the middle of the outer surface. Aspirin is not advised for some groups with medical advice, so it should not be given to the children who are under 16. And here are many examples. Women in the last trimester of pregnancy should not be advised the aspirin. Heavy alcohol drinkers, people with bleeding disorders should not take this. Here is the second example of drug molecule, that is insulin. This is the structural formula of insulin. Here is the basic information about insulin, such as molecular formula, molecular molar mass, melting point, density. Insulin is used to treat number of diseases including diabetes and its acute complications. So here are the some side effects of insulin, such as sweating, dizziness or the lightheadedness, shakiness, hunger, fast heart rate, tingling in your hands, feet, lips or tongue, trouble concentrating or confusion, blurred vision. So, scientists made insulin by inserting a gene that codes for the insulin protein into either yeast or bacteria. Here are some characteristics of insulin, such as polypeptide hormone. It regulates the metabolic activity of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. It is also an anabolic hormone, and many more, etc. Thank you.
Very nice presentation. And the next one is
Thank you, sir.
Sir, I have a doubt. I wanted to know
yeah,
what are the side effects of aspirin.
side effect of the aspirin.
Yeah.
Please, Madhura, please tell what is the side effect of the aspirin. Madhura, are you there?
Sir, I think she's not there.
Okay, the side effects are the common only: nausea, vomiting, the diarrhea, the fever, the coughing, like this. These are the common side effects. Because these side
Okay.
effect we
Sir, I've opened the PPT. Can you see it?
yes,
Okay.
start your
So,
presentation.
good morning. Today I will be talking about two drug molecules by the name, the first one is ricin and the second one is isoflurane. So I will start my presentation. So the first one is ricin. So ricin is a poisonous substance which comes from the lectins family of biomolecules. So lectins are carbohydrate binding proteins. So it comes from like the seeds of castor oil plant. Its scientific name is Ricinus communis, and it was used as a biochemical weapon in World War One by USA and the Soviet Union. They used to coat it on the bullets, and they used to shred it and mix it in gunpowder as well. So the main way that it's a poison is that it inactivates the ribosome function, so the proteins cannot be formed. So this is the structure of ricin. It's made up of two chains. It has a quaternary structure, which means that the proteins are folded multiple times, and it is a heterodimer, which means it's made of two different kinds of chains. One is chain A and one is chain B. So both of these chains are joined by one disulfide bond, and the chain A is the one which has the uh, toxic properties, and chain B is the one that helps for movement of the whole molecule throughout the cell. So the way that ricin acts as a poison is that, so in a cell there are so the messenger RNA gets the signals to make some proteins which are essential for the functioning of our cell, and then the ribosome has to make that protein. But what the like the poison which ricin does is that it stops the ribosome protein making machinery. So they cannot make the essential proteins which are required by the cell to survive. And so during the inactivation of the ribosome protein making machinery, the disulfide bond which was joining the chain A and chain B gets cleaved, and then the ribosome is like the ribosome machinery is inactivated. Now, depending upon how much ricin you consume, it takes days or even hours to for the symptoms to show, and it's lethal immediately if consumed in very high amounts. So there are quite a few side effects for ricin, even if it is taken in a very small amount. So it can cause, so if it's ingested through the mouth, like if we eat it, then it causes pain and swelling and sometimes bleeding as well in our intestines. We can get vomiting, nausea, diarrhea, etc. But when we are exposed through it through our skin or by inhalation, it causes allergy like symptoms, which are like uh, coughing or inability to breathe, etc., etc., and can cause skin irritation. And if not treated properly, then it can quickly progress to multi-organ failure, which can cause death. So the second drug that I will be talking about is isoflurane. Um, so it is a general anesthetic. So there are two kinds of anesthesias which are given to patients during surgeries. One is a general anesthesia and one is a local anesthesia. In general anesthesia, the patient loses consciousness for in his whole body for however long the operation goes on. In local anesthesia, only sensation of one body part is lost. So isoflurane is a general anesthetic. It is known in the trade, like in the market, as Forane, and it is given via inhalation to the patient. It is usually mixed with nitrous oxide as well before administering it to the patient. And it was declared as an essential drug to be used in hospitals by World Health Organization, and was started for usage in the US by 1972. And this is used less in humans but more for animal surgeries. So the structure is not very complicated. It's not like how ricin structure was. Here it is a pretty simple molecule. It is a halogenated ether. There are two halogens, fluorine and chlorine, and it is a racemic, like uh, forane is a racemic mixture of two optical isomers, and the formula is given here, C3H2 ClF5O. And there is another similar general anesthesia which is under the name of N-fluorine, and this is a isomer of that. So the mechanism of isoflurane hasn't been properly understood yet, but it is assumed that it works on the receptors of our cells. So whatever sensory receptors our cells have, which can feel pain or any other painful sensation, it shuts off those receptors, so the cells or tissues can't feel the pain which is inflicted upon us during any surgery. It also relaxes our muscles and lets go of body stress when we are unconscious. And yeah, so this is what is known about isoflurane's mechanism till now. It can be used it can't be used or inhaled, like taken by pregnant women, but it's okay for it to be used during cesarean deliveries. So there are some side effects. So it causes you to like it decreases the breathing rate, and you get low blood pressure and an irregular heartbeat. So the side effects are quite dangerous. And high blood potassium. So potassium is used in the nerve channels during impulse transmission, so it can hamper that as well. And it also causes hyperthermia, which means that the body temperature suddenly rises a lot, which is not good, and it can cause severe health problems. Like it can cause organs to start shutting down, etc. So it should not be given to people who have a risk of high body temperature. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Hello everyone. A very good afternoon to respected Professor, Dr. Sachin sir, and all the presentees. Myself Tejaswi Singh, and I have chosen topic A, which is reaction names and explanation of its mechanism, which comes under organic chemistry department. To be very open and frank, chemistry is such a beautiful subject which deals with thousands of reactions. But due to limitations of topic, I have chosen the very two beautiful reactions, and here they are. The first one is Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction, and the second one is Gabriel-Thalamide reaction. Before diving down into the presentation, I would like to thank our professor who gave me such a golden opportunity to work on the outstanding project and letting us to know the important reaction. So without wasting any much time, let's dive directly into the presentation. The first reaction is Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction. I think we all are very much familiar with this reaction. This was present in our 12th standard, but today we will understand what is the basis of the reaction and how does it work. So Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction was given by Charles Friedel sir, and with his partner American scientist, which was James. So basically, Friedel alkylation reaction simply means when the alkyl groups are attacked on the benzene ring, and instead of hydrogen, we use this alkyl group. Now here I'm having a short image of that reaction. You can see it. Here I'm having a aromatic compound which is benzene, and here I reacted that aromatic compound with CH3Cl, which is alkyl halide, and the name of this particular compound is methyl chloride. When I reacted this alkyl halide, which is methyl chloride, with the aromatic compound, which is benzene, in the presence of AlCl3, the CH3 got attacked to the benzene ring. Now you may be wondering that why we reacted this reaction in the presence of AlCl3, why not other compound? The answer for this beautiful question is that AlCl3 is a Lewis acid. Now what do I mean by Lewis acid? I would like to just correlate this Lewis acid concept with a chapter which was present in our class 11th, equilibrium. Lewis acid simply means that the acid which needs more electron. Why we use AlCl3 here? Because when the CH3Cl will release one chloride, this AlCl3 will take that chloride and will become AlCl4 minus. And the hydrogen which is released from that benzene ring will take that AlCl3's extra hydrogen and become HCl. Now you may be confused that how this reaction works. So let me drive this reaction directly into the mechanism. So first of all, let's see, this is the overview. I have zoomed this image and just you can see this a beautiful reaction. There is presence of AlCl3, which is Lewis acid catalyst, which is known as aluminium chloride. Now let's see the Friedel-Crafts alkylation mechanism. See, step number one. What does happen? That CH3Cl, that Cl got detached from that methyl chloride, and there was present of AlCl3, which is an Lewis acid. It directly got attached to that AlCl3. Now you can see that AlCl4, it became AlCl3 became AlCl4 minus. Why it became minus? Because it was a Lewis acid, and the nature of the Lewis acid is that it takes the electron. So in the step number one, it is the removal of chloride from CH3Cl to form the electrophilic species, which is CH3 plus. Here I would like to show one of the concept that Friedel-Crafts alkylation, basically it is an electrophilic substitution reaction, which is one of the major important point present in Friedel-Crafts alkylation. The whole concept works on the electrophilic substitution. Now the step number two is, as the CH3 is formed, it is now formed as a proton. Now this CH3 will attack to the benzene. See, I have made an arrow there. Firstly, the benzene was having the double ring there, but that double ring got broke up, and there the CH3 got attached. But there was one point where there is the need of the double bond, because there was a double bond, now it got broke up. So in the step number two, CH3 plus attacks C double bond. Like, see, there was a double bond in benzene which loses its aromaticity to form a carbocation. Now I think that you all are familiar with a term called as aromatic carbon. When there is a formula known as 2N. I'll explain you on the next slide that formula, how we consider anything as aromatic. Now, step number three is that the double bond where it got broke up, now that hydrogen will release from that CH3 and it will go away from that benzene ring. Then the benzene ring will get an electron, and in the point where I showed that there is no electron, they will form the double bond, because in the presence of CH3 there is a electron, because hydrogen has got released, and then there is a removal of electron. So they both will have a sharing pairing of electron, and they will form a double bond. So therefore the step number three says that loss of proton H plus from the carbocation to restore the aromaticity. I would like to say one point here, that aromaticity is one of the major important point in the benzene ring. Like every benzene ring, why they formed a three double bond? Because they need aromaticity. I think every compound in chemistry, they need to be aromatic, which is one of the stablest forms, which we have studied in GOC. The same concept applies here. And the final H plus, which is removed, it will go to AlCl4 minus, and they will react and they will form HCl and AlCl3. Therefore, the step 4 says that H plus reacts with AlCl4 to give back AlCl3. Now here I finished the reaction, which is Friedel-Crafts alkylation mechanism. Now the next reaction which comes, the Gabriel-Thalamide reaction. It is one of the very beautiful reaction present in chemistry. It basically deals with the formation of amines. Now you may be wondering, from where these amines have come? Basically, the alkyl halides only get converted into amines. Now, first of all, I would like to break down this word, Gabriel-Thalamide reaction. Sir Gabriel was one scientist who gave this reaction. Now, you may be wondering, what is thalamide? Basically, I would like to make you remember one compound, which is carboxylic acid. Basically, thalamide is the derivative of the carboxylic acid. In the benzene ring at meta and para position, there is a presence of carboxylic acid, which forms the phthalic acid. Therefore, the full reaction name is Gabriel-Thalamide reaction. Now, first of all, there are the few points which you have to remember in the Gabriel-Thalamide reaction. First, the reaction is carried out in a basic medium. We never take acidic medium in this. Therefore, as I'm taking the basic medium, therefore we take alcoholic KOH. It is not necessary that we always take alcoholic KOH only. We can also take NaOH also, because as I said, we are doing it in basic medium, so we can take NaOH also and KOH also. The next thing which you have to remember is there is removal of H2O, which is a mortar molecule in this reaction. And the third very important thing which you have to remember in this reaction is that this is Rx main thing. Like the reaction works on the Rx mechanism. Now, what do you mean by Rx mechanism? Basically, this is a nucleophilic reaction, and the most important thing which you have to remember is that it is an SN1 reaction. Now, you may be wondering that how does it work? So, this is the mechanism of the reaction. First of all, I said that the phthalimide is the derivative of carboxylic acid. So that here it is. The phthalimide compound is we have taken the phthalimide compound. Now we react it with the basic medium. Now this basic medium can be anything like NaOH, KOH, but majorly we take KOH. When we react this organic compound with KOH, the gets detached from the nitrogen, and gets attached to that nitrogen. Now you can see in the second compound that H got reducted and K got attached to that particular compound. Now the reaction, as I said, the Rx is very major thing in this reaction, because first it is nucleophilic reaction, and second it is SN1 reaction. So therefore we react this Rx with this compound, and as we attach this Rx with this compound, the K got detached and R got attached. Now you might be wondering what is X and what is R. So basically R is any alkane alkyl compound, and X is a halogen family, which can be fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, anything. So what happened? R got detached and it got attached with nitrogen, and here it forms an alkyl phthalimide, which is one of the major compound product. Now what we will do is we will take this N-alkyl phthalimide and we will get pour into NaOH, and this medium should be aqueous medium. As we pour this aqueous medium into this N-alkyl phthalimide, we get the beautiful reaction of Gaboriau phthalimide reaction, and we get our NH2 as our primary amine product. And this is why this Gaboriau phthalimide reaction is performed, so that we can get a primary amine, and here we get our primary amine. So I hope you understood the both reaction, and I am confidentially stating that this reaction can boost your imagination towards the chemistry and the reaction. So I would like to show my gratitude to all the presentees to give their precious time to me and listen this seminar with full patience. Thank you so much. If any doubt, you can ask me.
So good afternoon, everyone.
Don't explain much more. Just
and
explain. Go to the direct. Explain to
okay,
the
sir.
point. Okay. Hmm?
Okay, sir. So good afternoon, everyone, and respected sir. Today I'm presenting a presentation or a chemistry activity, that is drug molecule. I have selected two drugs, that is isoniazid and tetracycline. So isoniazid is also known as isonicotinic acid, hydrazine, INH. It is an antibiotic used for treatment of tuberculosis. It is an active. It is often used together with rifampicin and some of the other drugs. For later tuberculosis, it is often used by itself. So here is a structure of isoniazid. We can see here it is a pyridine group attached to it. Let's see some clinical data about it. Trade names. There are some trade names which are given: Hydra, Hyzide, and Isovate. Some other names of isoniazid is isonicotic acid, hydrazide, isoneptenyl, hydrazine, and INHA. Routes of administration we can take by our mouth. It is intramuscular. We can take it by intramuscular and intravenous routes. So chemical and physical data. Its IUPAC name is pyridine for carbohydrazide. Its formula is C6H7N3O. Molar mass is 137.142 gram per mole. Origin: isoniazid was first made in 1952. It is on the World Health Organization's list of essential medicines. It is also available as generic medicine. The World Health Organization classifies isoniazid as critically important for human medicine. Some of the side effects are: it is up to 20% of people taking isoniazid experience peripheral neuropathy when taking doses of 6 mg per kg of weight daily or higher. Gastrointestinal reaction include nausea and vomiting. These are some common side effects. Aplastic anemia, thrombocytopenia, and agranulocytosis due to lack of production of red blood cell, platelets, and white blood cells by the bone marrow respectively can also occur. Here are some other side effects. Asymptomatic elevation of serum liver enzymatic concentration occur in 10% to 20% of people taking INH, and liver enzyme concentration usually return to normal even when the treatment is continued. Isoniazid has a box warning for severe and sometimes fatal hepatitis, which is age dependent at the rate of 0.3% in people 21 to 35 years old and over 2% those over age of 50. There are some other side effects like abdominal pain, dark urine, right upper quadrant pain, and loss of appetite. Some recommend that liver function should be monitored carefully in all people receiving it, but others recommend monitoring only in under certain populations. Headache, poor concentration, weight gain, poor memory, insomnia, and depressions have all been associated with isoniazid use. Um, Let's see the mechanism. Isoniazid is a prodrug that inhibits the formation of mycobacterial cell wall. Isoniazid must be activated by KTG, a bacterial catalase peroxidase enzyme, Bacterium tuberculosis. Um, ba- m- in KTG catalyzes the formation of the isonicotinol acyl radical, which spontaneously couples with NADH to form NAD adduct. This complex binds tightly to the econyl enol acyl carrier protein reductase INHA, thereby blocking the natural enol's ACPM substrate and the action of fatty acid synthase. Here is the other process of mechanism. Um, Very small molecule which is soluble in water, so it will easily pass this bacterial cell. It is effective against both intra as well as. So we can see here it is an more effective in multiplying organism. So my second drug that I have selected is tetracycline. Tetracycline is sold under the brand name Semicin among others. It is an antibiotic in the tetracycline family of medications used to treat a number of infections include acne, chlorella, brucellosis, plague, malaria, and syphilis. Here is the structure of tetracycline. It's clinical. Let's say it's clinical data. Trade names are Semicin and others. Routes by administration is by mouth. Chemical and physical data formula. It is C22H24N2O8. Molar mass is 444.440 gram per mole. Origin tetracycline was first patented in 1953 and came into commercial use in 1978. It is on the World Health Organization's list of essential medicine. It is also available as generic medicine. It was originally made from the bacteria of Streptomyces type. In genetic engineering, tetracycline is used in transcription activation. It has been used as an engineered control switch in chronic malignous leukemia models in mice. Engineers were able to develop a retrovirus that induced a particular type of leukemia in mice and could then switch the cancer on and off through the tetracycline administration. This could be used to group the cancer in mice and that halt it at a particular stage to allow for the further experimentation or study. Side effects. There are some side effects which are vascular permanent teeth, yellow grey matter from prenatal period through childhood and adulthood. Children receiving a long or short-term therapy with a tetracycline or glycycline may develop permanent brow discoloration of teeth. It can be inactivated by calcium ions, so are not to be taken with milk, yogurt, and other dairy products. Interference with methotrexate by displacing it from the various protein binding site, it can cause breathing complications as well as in anaphylactic shock in some individual. It can affect bone growth of fetus, so should be avoided during pregnancy. Caution should be exercised in long-term use when breastfeeding. Short-term use is safe. Bioavailability in milk is low to nil. According to the US Food and Drug Administration, cases of Steven Johnson syndrome, toxic epidermal necrolysis, and erythema multiforme associated with doxycycline use have been reported, but a causative role has not been established. So here is the mechanism, but we have a short time, so I'm not properly explaining it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Everyone, and thank you, sir, for this opportunity. So my topic is the drug molecules. What is the drug molecule? A typical drug molecule which consists of a combination of ring, chain, and the functional group. The chemical ring represent an important portion of the drug structure. The drug examples are cocaine, lenalidomide, omeprazole, and losartan. So my main molecule drug is cocaine. The cocaine is a white molecule, small molecule drug, which is powerful, addictive, and stimulant drug made by coca leaves, which is also called as the ethoxylone coca. In 1900, the purified cocaine was the main active ingredient in many tonics and elixirs to develop and to treat a wide variety of illness. Before the development of synthetic local anesthetics, The surgeon used cocaine to block pain. However, the research tells the cocaine is a powerful addictive. The repeatedly consumption of drug can alter the brain structure and function. Today, cocaine is a Schedule II drug, which means a high potential abuse. The cocaine in HIV or hepatitis. The cocaine speeds up the HIV infection and cocaine impairs the immune cells function and promotes the reproduction of HIV viruses. With cocaine, dealers mix other drugs too like stimulant, amphetamine or synthetic opioids including fentanyl and with baking soda to make crack cocaine. The uses and the causes of the cocaine. The most cocaine used for the medicine, used in the surgery for the anesthetic to block the pain, and the people chew coca leaves to relieve the hunger and the fatigue and to enhance the physical performance. The causes raised by consuming the cocaine, raised body temperature and the blood pressure, fast or irregular heartbeat, and malnourished because it decreases the appetite and overdose of the drug can cause the death too. The cocaine consumed by injecting or smoking or snort by nose or rubbing on the gums. The treatment to cause the cocaine is the behavioral therapy may be used to treat the addictor. My next, the cocaine boiling point is 187 degrees Celsius. The molar mass is 303.353 gram mole. Molecular formula is C17H21Na4 NO4. The drug class is SNDIR, SNS, luminant, and local anesthetic. And here you can see the structure of cocaine too. My next drug is lenalidomide drug. What is lenalidomide? So lenalidomide is used to treat multiple myeloma, mostly used in bone marrow cancer. Myeloma is a bone marrow cancer. It gives in combination with another medicines too. Lenalidomide also used to treat the anemia. It is also called Levilimid, which manufactured by Celgene. The molecular formula of lenalidomide drug is C13H13N3O3. The molar mass is 259.261 gram per mole. The color is white to pale yellow solid. The chemical name is 3,4-amino 1-oxo 2,3-dihydro 1H isoindole 2-yle sapyridine 2,6. The lenalidomide uses to treat various types of cancers, treat anemia, and lessen the need for blood transfusion. The causes are the serious type of causes called tumor lysis syndrome or taking Revlimid can significantly raise the risk of developing DVT and pulmonary embolism. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
The first drug is paracetamol. Paracetamol, also known as acetaminophen, is a medication used to treat fever and mild to moderate pain. This is the chemical structure, and the another one is 3D structure of the paracetamol. Melting point is 169 degrees Celsius, and in Fahrenheit 396 degree Fahrenheit. Boiling point is 420 degrees Celsius. In pregnancy, the doctor is not recommended the paracetamol tablet. Metabolism predominantly in the liver, म्हणजे ह्याचं मेटाबॉलिझम हे लिव्हर मध्ये होतं. Soluble in water, acetone and alcohol. Trade name is Tylenol and Panadol. IUPAC name N4-hydroxyphenyl acetamide. Formula is C8H9NO2. The origin of acetanol paracetamol was the first aniline derivative serendipitously found to possess analgesic as well as antipyretic properties and was quickly introduced into medical practice under the name of antifebrin by Kahn and Hep in 1866. Paracetamol was first marketed in the United States in 1950 under the name of triazic, a combination of paracetamol, aspirin, and caffeine. Chemical reaction. The production of paracetamol involves the acetylation of 4-aminophenol with acetic anhydride. As the last step, they differ in how 4-aminophenol is prepared. In one method, nitration of phenol with nitric acid affords 4-nitrophenol, which is reduced to 4-aminophenol by hydrogenation or ranitidine. In another method, nitrobenzene is reduced electrolytically, giving 4-aminophenol directly. This is the chemical reaction of paracetamol. In this in this 4-aminophenol with acetic anhydride gives 4-amino gives nitric acid for nitrophenol. Uh, Again, the nitric 4-nitrophenol is reduced with ranitidine and hydrogenation gives 4-aminophenol directly. Medical uses fever, pain, headache, dental and other post सर्जिकल पेन मध्ये पॅरासिटामॉल वापरतात. आता कोविडच्या सीझन मध्ये हे पॅरासिटामॉल आपण खातोय.
झाली
नेक्स्ट स्लाइड पण आहे सर.
नाही, अप टू दिस ओनली आहे.
दोन
Up to the
स्लाइड्स
ninth.
पीपीटी
Okay.
दोन सेंड केले.
दोन आहेत का?
हो.
1 minute. This one.
The second
Please.
one is amlodipine. Is a calcium channel blocker medication used to treat high blood pressure and coronary artery disease. It is taken by mouth and has an effect that lasts for at least a day. ही टॅबलेट हाय ब्लड प्रेशरमध्ये घेतात आणि सहसा जे हार्ट अटॅकचे पेशंट असतात त्यांना ऑपरेशनच्या वेळेस दिली जाते. This is the chemical structure and the other is 3D structure of the amlodipine. Clinical data, trade name Norvasc. प्रेग्नन्सी मध्ये रेकमेंड केलं जात नाही. बाय माउथ ही टॅबलेट घेतली जाते. आयपीसी नेम 3-ethyl 5-methyl 2-amino ethoxymethyl 4-2-chlorophenyl 6-methyl 1,4-dihydropyridine 3,5-dicarboxylate. Formula C20H25 ClN2O5. Molar mass 408.88. काय रिलेटेड रेस्मिक मिक्सचर शो करतं. रेस्मिक मिक्सचर इज अ मिक्सचर ऑफ ऑर्गॅनिक कंपाउंड्स नोन ॲज एनआयसोमर्स. Contains non-identical isomers, contains chiral compounds. History. Pfizer's patent protection of Norvasc lasted until 2007. Total patent expiration occurred later in 2007. A number of generic versions are available in the United Kingdom. Tablets of amlodipine from different suppliers may contain different salts. The strength of the tablets is expressed in terms of amlodipine base, that is without the salts. Tablets containing different salts are therefore considered interchangeable. Fixed dose combination of amlodipine and perindopril and angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitor are also available. Chemical reaction: ethyl 4 chloroacetate reacts with 3-azido-ethanol in presence of sodium hydride to give ethyl 4 to azido-ethoxy acetoacetate. The last reacts with 2-chlorobenzaldehyde and methyl 3-amino crotonate to give 3-ethyl 5-methyl 2-azidoethoxy methyl 4-2-chlorophenyl 1,4-dihydro 6-methyl 3,5-pyridine carboxylate. On reduction of the above form, compound amlodipine is formed. This is a chemical reaction of when in the last the amlodipine is formed. Medicinal uses. Amlodipine is used for the treatment coronary artery disease, chronic stable angina, vasospastic angina, hypertension, prevention of the heart attacks. Thank you, sir.
Okay, nice presentation.
I am going to talk about drug molecule omeprazole. What is omeprazole and how does it work? Omeprazole, approved by FDA, is available as prescription and over-the-counter drug used as treatment for frequent heartburn. Heartburn is very common symptom caused by acid reflux. Acid reflux is medical condition where stomach contents and stomach acid are forced back into the esophagus. This creates a sensation of burning and pain in the chest. A doctor sees a patient who complains of suffering from acid reflux heartburn at least twice per week. The diagnosis of gastroesophageal reflux disease or GERD is made. This drug is also used as treatment of other conditions such as management of gastric or duodenal ulcers, gastroesophageal reflux disease, erosive esophagitis, inflammation in the esophagus, and
Present.
hypersecretory conditions where your stomach makes you too much acid. This drug is also used to treat stomach infection caused by bacteria Helicobacter pylori. What are side effects associated with using omeprazole? Common side effects of omeprazole include headache, abdominal pain, diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, gas, dizziness, respiratory infection, acid reflux, constipation. Next drug is acetylcarnitine. Acetyl L-carnitine is made from L-carnitine in the body. L-carnitine and acetyl L-carnitine are used to help the body turn fat into energy. Acetyl L-carnitine is important for many body processes. L-carnitine is made in human brain, liver, and kidneys. The body can convert L-carnitine to acetyl L-carnitine and vice versa. It's not clear if the effect of acetyl L-carnitine are from chemical itself, from the L-carnitine it can make, or from some other chemical. Uses and effectiveness. Possibly effective for decline in memory and thinking skills that occurs normally with age. Taking acetyl L-carnitine by mouth might improve memory and mental function in order people with some memory loss. Tiredness in old adults. Taking acetyl carnitine by mouth might improve mental and physical tiredness in older people. It also
थांबा
seems to
थोडंसं
reduce.
एवढं माझं मी येतो तिकडं मग डिस्कस
Seems
करूया
to
ते.
reduce tiredness after exercise.
ठीक आहे.
Alcohol use disorder, acetyl L-carnitine, given intravenously for 10 days and taken by mouth for 80 days. Help reduce withdrawal, withdrawal symptoms and craving during alcohol detox, but it's possible that the benefits are from acetyl L-carnitine only. Alzheimer's disease. Taking acetyl L-carnitine by mouth might slow the rate of disease progression, improve memory, and implement some measures of mental function and behavior in some people with Alzheimer's disease. Side effects. When taken by mouth,
झालं
acetyl
झालं.
is likely safe for most people. It can cause some side effects, including stomach upset, nausea, vomiting, dry mouth, headache, and restlessness. It can also cause a fishy odor of the urine, breath, and sweat. Thank you, sir.
Okay, nice presentation. Does anyone have question, or we'll move the next? Mrunmay, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Please share your screen. Okay. Try to finish 5 minutes.
So can you see?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. I will directly start.
Yes.
My first molecule is cyclizine. It was discovered in 1947. It is in one of WHO's list of essential medicines.
Very nice.
Its medical uses is it is used to treat and prevent nausea, vomiting, and dizziness, which is caused by motion sickness. It is also used for treat nausea, which is it is used to treat nausea after general anesthetic or that which is developed after opioid use. It is sometimes given during hyperemesis gravidarum, which is a pregnancy complication, which also causes nausea, vomiting, weight loss, and possible dehydration. It is taken by mouth in the rectum or it is injected into a vein. This is the chemical structure and this is the 3D structure. Its IUPAC name is sorry sir. Its IUPAC name is 1-benzyl dihydryl 4-methyl piperazine. This is its formula and this is molecular mass. This is the process. This is how cyclizine is synthesized. The trade names are Marizine, Valoid, and Naziclam. History. Cyclizine, it was developed in the American division of pharmacy company. During this research study involving many drugs of the antihistamine group, it was quickly clinically found as a potent and long-acting antimeric. The company named the substance, or more precisely, cyclizine's hydrochloride form, which is usually appears in Marizine hydrochloride, and started to sell it in the United States under the name Marizine. Selling began in France under the name Marizine in 1965. The adverse effect of cyclizine are the common are dry mouth and drowsiness. Uncommon constipation, headache, dermatitis, and diplopia. There are also some rare adverse effects which are which cause the hypersensitivity reactions. The next is nitrofurantoin. It was first sold in 1953. It is also on WHO's list of essential medicine. It is an antibacterial medication used to treat bladder infections, but it is not effective for kidney infections. It is taken by mouth. Current uses include the treatment of uncomplicated urinary tract infections (UTIs) and prophylaxis against UTIs in people prone to recurrent UTIs. Increasing bacterial antibiotic resistance to other commonly used agents such as fluoroquinolone and trimethoprim. It has led to increased interest in using nitrofurantoin. The efficiency of nitrofurantoin in treating UTIs combined with the low rate of bacterial resistance to this agent makes it one of the first line agents of treating uncomplicated UTIs. This is the chemical structure and this is the 3D structure. The IUPAC name is 1,5-nitro-2-furyl methylidene amino um, im, sorry sir, I can't pronounce this.
Which one?
Hello sir. Sir, this
Nitromethylidine aminoimidazolidine.
okay. And the
Imidazolidine. 4 diones.
Okay, thank you, sir. The formula is C8H6N4O5. This is the molar mass. It is not recommended for the treatment of prostasis and interabdominal abscesses because of extreme poor tissue penetration and low blood levels. It is one of the few drugs commonly used in pregnancy to treat UTIs. It, however, should not be used in late pregnancy due to the potential risk of hemolytic anemia in the newborn. The newborns of women given this drug late in pregnancy has had a higher risk of developing neonatal jaundice. The history: it has been available for the treatment of lower UTIs since 1953. This is the synthesis. The adverse effects of nitrofurantoin are common. It causes nausea, headache, and flatulence. The less common ones are in gastrointestinal, it causes diarrhea, dyspepsia, abdominal pain, constipation, and messes. Neurological are dizziness, drowsiness, and amblyopia. Respiratory are acute pulmonary hypersensitivity reaction. Allergic effects are urticaria, sorry, excuse me, sorry. Dermatologic are hair loss, and few of the rare are pulmonary reactions, neuropathy, and hypertoxicity. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Next is a Dhanasri. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Please start quickly. Okay.
Is my aspirin. Here, aspirin is also known as acetyl salicylic acid. Is a medication used to reduce the pain, fever, or inflammation. Specific inflammatory conditions, which is aspirin, is used to treat include Kawasaki disease, where the Kawasaki disease is a condition that causes inflammation in the walls of the some blood vessels in our body. Second is pericarditis. Pericarditis is a swelling and irritation of the thin sac-like membrane surrounding the heart. It is caused by the viral infection of the heart attack. And third is the rheumatic fever. Rheumatic fever is a causes the inflammation, especially of heart, blood vessels, and the joints. The chemical properties are the IUPAC name of the aspirin is 2-acetoxy-benzoic acid. The chemical formula is C9H8O4. Molar mass is 180.158 gram per mole. Melting point is 135 degrees Celsius. Boiling point is 140 degrees Celsius. And the appearance is of aspirin is white crystalline powder tablets, and it is odorless, colorless to white crystalline powder. The metabolism of aspirin is salicylate. Salicylate is the another name of aspirin. It is mainly metabolized in the liver, although other tissues may also be involved in this process. The major metabolites of the acetyl salicylic acid are the salicylic acid, salicylic acid, the ether or phenolic glucuronide, and the ester or acyl glucuronide. The solubility of the aspirin, it has limited solubility in water, which is amount to 2 to 4 milligram or milliliter, and its solubility varies significantly with the temperature. Aspirin is more soluble in ethanol, ethyl, ether, chloroform, sodium hydroxide solution, and sodium carbonate solution than in water. The solubility in water is 3 gram per liter. Here, the history of aspirin has been used a medicine by the ancient Greeks and the pharaohs of Egypt. In 1897, Felix Hoffmann, a German chemist working for the able to Bayer Company, was able to modify salicylic acid to create acetyl salicylic acid, which is what named as aspirin. Here the structure of aspirin, it is commonly named as acetyl salicylic acid, and the chemical formula is C9H8O4. uh, Next one is chemical reaction. In this chemical reaction, we preparing esters from an alcohol and a carboxylic acid using an acid as catalyst is one of the most useful reactions in an organic chemist toolbox. In this experiment, we will prepare aspirin from salicylic acid and acetic anhydride using sulfuric acid as a catalyst. In this reaction, the OH on the salicylic acid acts as the alcohol and the acetic anhydride acts like the carboxylic acid. And the other information about aspirin is the side effects of the aspirins are the conditions of excess stomach acid secretion, irritation of the stomach in or the intestines, nausea, vomiting, and the heartburn and the stomach cramps. And it is not harmful to your body that without prescription of the use of this aspirin. Thank you, sir.
My
No.
screen visible?
Yes, no.
So my topic is drug molecules, and my first drug is metopropol. Metopropol was discovered in 1969 by Bengt Albard and Enner Carlson. It is used to treat high blood pressure, chest pain due to poor blood flow to the heart, and number of conditions involving an abnormally fast heart rate. By working on the beta-1 receptor of the cardiac muscle cells, it yields both chronotropic and ionotropic effect. It is also used to prevent further heart problems after myocardial infarction and to prevent headaches in those of migraines. The brand names are Lopressor, Metoloral XR, Toprol XL, and others. Its formula is C15, H25, and NO3. Here's how the tablets look like. The side effects of this drug are trouble sleeping, feeling tired, feeling faint, and abdominal discomfort. This is its structure, and it contains a benzene ring in it. IUPAC nomenclature. Its IUPAC nomenclature is RS142-methanoxyethyl phenoxy 3,3-propan 2-il aminopropan 2-ol. Its method of synthesis. Reaction of 4,2-methoxyethyl phenol and epichlorohydrin in aqueous alkaline condition produces epoxide. It is distilled under high vacuum for purification. Epoxide is then treated to isopropylamine in isopropyl alcohol at reflux to yield metopropol. Its chemical name is metoprolol tartrate. My second drug is pantoprazole. Pantoprazole was discovered by scientists at Big Gulden at subsidiary of Atlanta. Its brands are like Protonix and many others. Its uses are pantoprazole reduces the amount of acid in your stomach. It is used for heartburn, acid reflux, and gastroesophageal reflux disease. It is also taken to treat stomach ulcers. Sometimes pantoprazole is taken for a rare illness caused by tumor in pancreas. Its IUPAC nomenclature is RS6 difluoromethoxy 2,3,4 dimethoxypyridine 2-ill methyl sulfonyl H-benzo imidazole. Its structure is this, what I'm presenting, and its chemical formula is C16H15F2N3O4S. Method of synthesis. Pantoprazole is synthesized by the condensation of F-difluoromethoxy to mercaptobenzimidazole in the first step is with 2-chloromethyl 3,4-dimethoxypyridine hydrochloride. Second step is 2-afford-thioether. Third step is which is subsequently oxidized to the product. Its side effects are headaches, diarrhea, vomiting, abdominal pain, and joint pain. More serious side effects may include severe allergic reactions. Thank you.
Okay, nice presentation. The next one is
So may I?
Shruti. Are you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
Please.
Yes, sir. So just a minute.
Please share your screen.
Yes, sir. I can't. I will join by my phone. Just a minute.
Okay. If you're unable to share now, please send it to me. I will share it. And who is next ready? Komal?
Yes, sir. I will share you.
Okay. Masum?
So till then, can I?
Yes.
I'll give you tomorrow. Sorry.
Komal? Who is
Yes.
ready? Please tell me. Who is ready?
Sir, I
Komal
am
is ready?
Masum Chaudhary. Sir, I am.
Okay.
Masum
Masum,
Chaudhary.
please share your screen. Yes, Masum, please.
Yeah, sir. Just a second. Just a second, sir. So now is my screen visible?
Please share your screen. Yes.
It is visible, right?
I have to do one important announcement in the extracurricular activity. Those who present a best presentation in all the activity, first, 2, 3, 4, and 5, you will get a one gift also. Okay.
Sir. Yeah.
Uh,
So may I start, sir?
based upon performance. Yes, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. My topic is drug molecules. So let's just start with the topic and the basic questions that all we have. What are drugs? Now, a drug is any chemical substance that causes a change in an organism's physiology or psychology when consumed. Drugs are typically distinguished from food and substances that provide nutritional support. Consumptions of drugs can be via inhalation, injection, smoking, ingestion, observation via a patch on the skin, dissolution under the tongue. Now, let's just move on to the main topic. My first drug that I have chosen is fluorouracil. Fluorouracil is a chemotherapy agent. It is used on the skin to treat skin cancer and certain types of skin conditions that could become cancer. It slows down the growth of cancer cells, which is very important. This medicine is used to treat many types of cancer like breast cancer, colon or rectal cancer, pancreatic cancer, and stomach cancer. Now, like all the questions, like everyone has these questions, how should we use the particular medicine? Now, this drug is given as an infusion or injection into a vein. It is administered in a hospital or clinic by specifically trained healthcare professionals. Talk to your pediatrician regarding the use of this medicine in children. Special care must be taken. Now, if the person is overdosage, the person should go to a poison control center or emergency room at once.
Side effects are allergic reaction related to skin, signs of decreased red blood cells, RBCs, breathtaking problems, changes in vision, chest pain, sores, nausea, and vomiting. Pain, swelling, redness at site were injected. Pain, tingling, numbness in the hands or feet, redness, swelling, or sores or on hands or feet.
थोडं झालं की तुम्ही हो हो
Stomach pain, unusual
हो
bleeding is the
चालेल.
last point. Now, second drug.
बघू ना कॉल करतो. Yes.
Second drug is Entalgin. Entalgin is a common name for sodium 2,3-dimethyl 1-phenyl 5-methyl 4-pyrazolone aminotosulfonate. Entalgin is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug typically prescribed in order to manage symptoms such as pain, fever, swelling, and stiffness. This medication acts as an inhibitor of prostaglandin production. Prostaglandins are the agents that are known to induce this symptoms. Not things to be taken care of. Entalgin should not be used during the first and last trimester of pregnancy. During the second trimester of pregnancy, it may be used only if clearly needed. It is highly recommended that the patient closely follows the Entalgin intake guidelines that he or she has been given by the prescription of the doctor. In many cases, regular physical examination of the patient may be required in order to detect early signs of edema or any possible side effects affecting the central nervous system CNS. Blood pressure should be measured in order to check for hypertension. Now, the last point is side effects. Side effects like vomiting, headache, dizziness, kidney damage, pink colored urine, abdominal pain, choking, dry mouth, and lastly low blood cells also, and low blood pressure also, and allergic reactions. Thank you so much.
Okay, nice presentation. Who is
Thank you,
next?
sir.
The Komal, are you ready?
Okay, sir. Pregabalin and metformin. First of all, pregabalin. So change the slide. Pregabalin has the molecular formula C8H17NO2 with molar mass 159.233 gram per mole. Other name or IBC name is 3-isobutyl GABA. Pregabalin was synthesized in 1990 as an anticoagulant invented by an medicinal chemist Richard Bruce Silverman at Northwestern University in Western Illinois. Pregabalin first appeared in the US market under the brand name Lyrica. So next slide. So next slide. Uses of pregabalin. There are many uses of pregabalin. So previous one. Uses of pregabalin. There are many uses of pregabalin. Some of them are seizures. In seizures, when pregabalin used before surgery, it reduces pain. In neuropathic pain, the European Federation of Neurological Societies recommended pregabalin as a first-line agent for the treatment of pain associated with diabetic neuropathy, post-herpetic neuralgia, and central neuropathic pain, anxiety disorders, restless pain, leg syndrome, etc. There are many. Sir, next slide.
Yes, side effect.
There are many side effects. Some of the common side effects are headache, dizziness, sleepiness, confusion, trouble with memory, poor coordination, dry mouth, problem with vision, weight gain, etc. And there are when we take overdose, then there are some of the adverse side effects as angioedema, drug misuse, and increased suicide risk. This is the information about Prograbna. Second one is metformin. Metformin. It also called as glucophage. It has molecular mass 129.167 gram per mole. Molecular formula is C4H11 and 5. Other name NN. Dimethyl biguanide. Metformin was discovered in 1922 by French physician Jean Stern. Metformin metformin produced under license by Bristol Myers Squibb. Glycophage was the first branded formulation of metformin to be marketed in the US beginning on 3 March 1995. Generic formulations are now available in several countries, and metformin is believed to have become the world's most widely prescribed anti-diabetic medication. There are many uses of metformin. Some of the metformin uses on the treatment of type 2 diabetes, polycystic ovarian syndrome, diabetes mellitus, and pregnancy and weight change. In weight change, it goes with weight gain and etc. There are common and adverse side effects too for the metformin that are gastrointestinal irritation, including diarrhea, cramps, nausea, vomiting, and increased flatulence, etc. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Nala?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, everyone. Today I choose the topic of drugs, and I have taken two drugs which are ibuprofen and diazepam. And the first is ibuprofen. Ibuprofen is an NSAID and non-sensitive COX inhibitor. NSAID, which means non-steroid anti-inflammatory drugs, which is used in pain, fever, and inflammation. Inflammation means swelling और जो सूजन आती है ऑपरेशन वगैरह उसमें ये यूज करते हैं. The molecular formula for it is C13H18O2, and the molecular weight is 206.29 gram per mole. The other uses for it is headache, dental pain, menstrual cramps. It means that it is normally used in the pain, whatever pain it is, like it is used in fever or any of the. It is also recommended when we had operation and all that. These are the brand name under which it is available in the market. Avil Cold, Synesis, Advil. Sir, ये सब read करना जरूरी है क्या एक word, or if I just read one
No,
to
no,
three names?
you have to you have to talk only a special point only, to the point.
Okay, these are the brand name under which it is
Now it
available
is a
in the
brand.
market.
Now these are the brand name, na. So you can talk only. You can take the 2 to 3 names.
Okay, sir. Advil Cold, Sinus, Advil Conjugation, Relief, and many more which are given on here. And the origin
Yes.
of it is, it was derived from prophenic acid by the research arm of Boots Group during 1960s. The name is derived from three functional groups, which is isobutyl prophenic acid, phenyl, and these are the company which manufactures it in India. Well-known Pharma, Granules India Limited, Taj Pharma, Max Life Science. Okay, and the second, I have not included the side effect of it in this, but if we take it in overdose, it is having many side effects such as it can cause racing, itches, and the gastric erosion also. And the dose for it is available in the market, which is 400 to 800 mg. And it is not given to the children which are under age 7, which are of 7 years or under age of it. And the second drug is diazepam. Diazepam is used to treat anxiety, alcohol withdrawal, synesis. It is also used to relieve muscle spasm and all this. This diazepam tablets are it is available in the form of tablet. It is also present in injection form, and it is also the liquid syrup. Also, we can get of this drug. The molecular formula for it is C16H13 and CIN2020. The molecular formula for it is 284.7 gram per mole. The origin of this medicine was is second benzidazepine invented by Leo Starbuck of Hepon La. Sorry, I can't pronounce it.
Okay.
These are the companies which manufacture it: Indian Drug and Pharmaceuticals Limited, FDC Limited, Biotech Pharma Global, RL Fine, Chem. And it is also having this certificate if we take it if we take overdose of it, such as insomnia, or we can a weakness, or we can get respiratory problem. And it is prescribed that we should not while taking this medicine we should not consume alcohol or any other sleeping pill and all that. So that's it.
Okay.
Thank you, sir, and thank you.
Yashika, now are you ready? Or any other? Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. Today, I am going to explain some naming reactions to you. First off, it is the Clemmensen reduction reaction. In this, the carbonyl compounds undergo this reaction, Clemmensen reduction reaction, in the presence of amalgam and acid to give alkane. Now, here we will discuss something about the reagents used here. Here, the zinc in presence of mercury and acid is used. This is also called amalgam. Now, here the carbonyl compounds means any compound which is having C double bond O group. Here I purposely did not wrote the name of this compound because I want you people to answer me. So can anyone tell me what is name of this compound? CH2O. Okay. It is
It's
methanol.
methanol.
What is the common name?
It's methanol.
What is the common name?
Formaldehyde. So it is
Okay.
methanol, and or we can also call it formaldehyde. So in presence of zinc and mercury, it gives the corresponding alkane, that is methane. Similarly, here it is ethanol, or we can say acetaldehyde, which undergoes Clemmensen reduction reaction to give ethane. Now we will see the mechanism. Sorry, please bear with me for the quality of the slides. So here phenyl group is attached to the carbon and the R group. R can be any alkyl group. So here the hydrogen is having the positive charge. In the reagents we are using HCl and zinc and mercury. So here hydrogen is having the positive charge. So what will happen? The lone pair of oxygen will be shared with the hydrogen here, and the carbon will get the positive charge. Then the zinc is also having a lone pair, so it will neutralize the positive charge on the carbon, providing this will provide the zinc to the carbon, and zinc will be attached to the carbon here. Now oxygen will have a lone pair and zinc will have the positive charge. So what will happen? The hydrogen present in the medium, which is having a positive charge, will neutralize this lone pair of oxygen, and then the chlorine, which is having a lone pair, will satisfy the valency of the zinc present here, which is attached to the carbon. Now, here oxygen will get a negative charge, and carbon
Oxygen
is
get
now sir, oxygen get a negative charge here.
how? How
So,
negative? See, oxygen having which charge? Just see, there you have mentioned there, na?
sir, I am explaining the fourth structure.
Yes. 1, 3, 4 structure. Oxygen
1, 2,
having
3.
the 2 hydrogen, na?
Yes, sir. Sir, oxygen has shared its lone pair with hydrogen here.
Yes.
So oxygen got a negative charge, na?
Clemmensen reduction. See,
Sir, it is carbocation. Na?
Hello?
yes.
Yashika, it should be positive because O is donating its electron to
Yeah.
hydrogen.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. So oxygen is donating electrons to the hydrogen, so it will form a positive charge. It will get Oxygen will get a positive charge. Now here the zinc and zinc will attach to the chlorine because chlorine is having a negative charge and zinc is having a positive charge. So now H2O will be removed from this compound to stabilize the compound. Now carbon is again having a positive charge and it is attached to the phenyl group, the R group, and the ZnCl group. Now another zinc present in the medium is having a lone pair. That means it has a positive negative charge, so it will attach to the chlorine atom present in the compound. That means the chlorine atom which is attached to the zinc present in the compound, and it will separate taking the chlorine atom. Now the carbon is having positive charge, and zinc is having a negative charge because it has a lone pair. It got the lone pair from the another zinc since chlorine has left the compound. Now the carbon again is having a positive charge. This carbocation will be neutralized by another hydrogen present in the medium. And sorry, one step is left here. The zinc which is having
having
a
uh,
zinc
carbon
present
having
here, it is
with
sir, I left one step,
ZnCl
so I am
plus.
explaining
Okay,
it now. Hmm.
okay,
ZnCl
okay.
plus is there. Now the zinc is having a lone pair, so it is having a lone pair, so it will give its lone pair to the carbon which is having a positive charge to
Okay.
satisfy its valency, to stabilize it. Now after donating its electrons to the carbon will get a negative charge and zinc will get a positive charge.
Okay.
Now
Positive
the
charge.
another hydrogen, yeah, the hydrogen present in the medium will satisfy the negative charge of the carbon, and this will give a compound like carbon attached to R group, phenyl group, hydrogen, and the zinc, which is having a positive charge. Now what will happen? The zinc will be attacked by the chlorine atom in the medium, which is having a lone pair. So ZnCl will be separated from the compound. Again, carbon will attain a negative charge, and now
Hmm?
it will be
Yes.
so the carbon
Yes.
will have a
Please go ahead.
negative charge. Yes, then the hydrogen present in the medium with positive charge will take this lone pair and form a alkane. So this was the mechanism. I know it is a little confusing and the quality is not good, but please bear with me this time. Next one is the Rosenman reaction. Here, acyl halides
Try,
undergo Rosenman
try to
reaction.
try to finish quickly. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Don't explain
Rosenman
in detail. Okay.
Okay, sir. In Rosenman reaction, acyl halides undergo this reaction to give aldehydes. Now, the reagent here is very special. It is called Lindlar's catalyst. Now, what is special in the palladium and the barium sulfate? So, if the reaction takes place only in the presence of palladium, the reaction will be overreactive. That means that we will not get aldehyde, we will get alcohol because of the over reduction. So barium sulfate is used here as a poison. It Palladium provides a surface for the reaction, right? So barium sulfate is a poison and it clogs the pores of the palladium so that the reaction could be limited and in the controlled manner. So here we have taken benzoyl chloride, which on reaction with the Lindlar's catalyst in the presence of hydrogen gives benzaldehyde. Now the mechanism. Here in the mechanism, it is not explained here well in the slide, but I will try to explain my way best. So here R group can be anything. It can be an aromatic compound or it can be an
Very question
aliphatic
kore aap.
compound. So here R. Palladium is
Photo.
having a positive charge, right? It is a catalyst. It is having positive charge. So it will uh, now we can see that in CO and Cl, chlorine is having a partial negative charge and carbon is having partial positive charge. So palladium will attack on the carbon atom here, and this will lead to the cleavage of the carbon chlorine bond, and it will cause the oxidative addition to the compound. Now Cl is replaced by palladium and palladium is now in the bond with chlorine. Here palladium is attached, here we also have two hydrogen atoms, right? So one hydrogen atom will attack on this palladium replacing the chlorine. which is called the ligand exchange, since chlorine is acting as a ligand because it is attached to the metal here. So one hydrogen will attack on the chlorine and replace it. So we will get C connected, attached to the oxygen with double bond, then R and palladium is connected to hydrogen. Now it will go reductive elimination. How? The hydrogen H2 which we have in the medium, it is not explained in the slide, but please try to understand. The hydrogen, we have H2 molecule, right? So one hydrogen will take the electron of another hydrogen, and H2 will break into H minus and H plus. So H minus will go and attack on the carbon which is having the double bond with oxygen, central carbon, and H plus will go and attack on the chlorine which is replaced here now. So it will lead to the separation of palladium and HCl, which will give the aldehyde. Here we got benzaldehyde in this reaction, and in this it could be any compound. It is a general mechanism. So thank you for listening me with so much patience, and thank you.
Yashika?
Okay.
Yes, Tejasvi.
Yeah, sir, I wanted to ask that